get the loss here at home against Churchill. We knew that it was likely West Albany was going to hang the toughest of any of the teams. Churchill, a very good basketball team, and it certainly has warranted their #1 OSAA ranking so far in the season.
The Bulldogs up now to number 4 in the OSAA's power rankings. They were number 5 when last week came on the air. West Linn number 11 in 6A, having lost to Grant and Central Catholic and having beaten Lincoln, Southridge, and Tigard. The two teams to whom they've lost, Grant and Central Catholic, are a combined 10-1. So it is a strong West Linn team. They won 22 games a year ago, 9 in league. They tied for the Three Rivers Conference Championship with perennial powerhouse Lake Oswego. And they're a team that passes the eye test, at least early. A lot of size for West Linn.
Yeah, they do. They go 6'5", 6'5", 6'5". They don't have quite the size West Albany does, but who does? You know, West Albany going 6'8", 6'8", 6'6" in their starting lineup. Very difficult to find very many teams that'll hang size-wise with that, but I expect a lot of athleticism out of West Linn. They will be well coached. You know, coming off a 22-win season last year, that they're going to have some quality players out on the floor. It's going to be a good test for West tonight.
It is the Lions of West Linn as they come in here tonight to face the Bulldogs of West Albany. West at 4-1, that only loss coming to Churchill. Some very strong wins and some strong individual performances. We expect a lot, of course, from Chad Sherwood as a senior. Jalen Schlegel's been terrific since missing that opening game against McKay. He's been wonderful in his next 4, 17, 22, 24, and 14. When we saw him last Tuesday against Churchill, that was as good as I've seen him play.
Yeah, he's got that just such an inside presence, Jalen does. Just the great footwork. You want every kid that's going to feed into West Albany to come to these games and just watch the footwork of Jalen Schlegel. So balanced and so smart underneath the hoop. It's almost an automatic for him. When he gets the ball in the paint, you just feel like it's an automatic score.
We are getting counted down here to West Linn and West Albany tonight. It's a little Monday night basketball here on KSHO. Let's take a pregame timeout, and we'll continue along with the Bulldogs and the Lions here on 920 KSHO.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter
Funeral Home here on Main Street. They're here to
contributing member of our community, City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
Join the fun at the Albany Athletic Club. Group fitness classes from low-impact dance to traditional circuit training, plus racquetball and more. Watch your waistline shrink and your health improve every day. Start now at the Albany Athletic Club on Hickory next to Tom's Garden Center.
Unforgettable 920.
And welcome back here to West Albany High School, getting set for a little double dip this week. Liberty will be the opponent on Wednesday. We're still trying to figure out what the start time for that game is going to be. I thought it was at 7:30. I looked online today and said 5:45. They're doing a boys and girls doubleheader. And just based on what we've seen in the past from Civil War and other games where they've backed those games up, we usually see the girls play early and then the boys play the nightcap. This appears to be the other way, where the boys will play at 5:45 and the girls at 7:30. That's at least according to the OSAA's website. If that is the case, we'll be on the air about 5:30 on Wednesday. If not, it'll be about 7:15. We hope to know by the end of the night. We'll talk to Rich Engel and get that squared away.
We'll see if we can get that confirmed. And I've seen Rich a couple times, just haven't been able to catch his eye to see if maybe we can find that out while we're still on the air. Jeff's on the lookout for him, too, and we'll get that out to our loyal listeners so they know when to tune in.
Let's talk about that game last Friday at West Salem. As you probably know, we were not there for that game. I had a trip that I had to do, a trip to Las Vegas. I'd already had that planned. Couldn't be there for the game on Friday, but got updates from both you and Jeff Kiter throughout the course of the night. West Albany winning that game 63-53. Maybe their best win of the year. We've only seen them the one time. They played very well in the second half, particularly against Churchill after getting down big. But an impressive win to go on the road and beat a team, West Salem, that only has one loss now on the season. That's a very good win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And West Albany with a quality win over Union of Camas earlier in the season during the inaugural Bulldog tournament. And then this win at West Salem. good road win, good quality road win, because it gets you a little bit extra bump there in the power rankings. West Albany, I think that will be a springboard for West Albany. It's kind of a, we talk about markers and talk about the word's not coming to me, but the situation where you get that quality win, and hopefully it just continues to build your momentum, build some confidence here, and know that you can play with anybody. I think after that Churchill game, West knew they could play with anybody in the state. They get back here on the home court tonight for another one with West Linn here, and I think we're going to see a confident and very aggressive West Albany basketball team tonight.
The second half of that Churchill game was as energized as I can recall a non-conference game becoming here at West Albany. Both student sections were really into it. The energy was very high. And I remember a moment in the third quarter where if Chad Sherwood had been able to knock down a three, West was down 2 at the time. He took a three. If he had hit that, I mean, the roof on this might have come in. It was really electric. Of course, Churchill pulled away a little bit in the fourth quarter and wound up winning by 7. But you hope that energy can remain.
Well, and a lot of playmakers on this West Albany team that can do that to a crowd. Certainly Chad Sherwood is one. Nate Sherwood with his power dunks. He's got 1 per game now. Jalen, I guess, got one at West Salem that was just epic as well, in the key and in traffic. But several players, and then when you talk about Sawyer Reed, always seems to be right place at the right time to hit a three when you need it. Runs the floor so well. But Chad, Nate, Jalen, and then you talk about coming off the bench, Cam Dixon, certainly Josh Bryant, not off the bench, Josh Bryant starting lineup, but anybody can erupt, can ignite this crowd. Brady Young, Brady Young inspired basketball when he comes off the bench. A lot of players can get this crowd into it, get a streaky shooter in there, and it really lights up the crowd in a hurry.
I typically mention when talking about the top scorers for West Albany, Chad Sherwood and Jalen Schlegel. They're the two that come to mind most readily. But the third leading scorer last Friday night against West Salem was Sawyer Reed. He matched his season high with 9 points. I assume a couple of those probably from outside. It was one thing we did not see West Albany do against Churchill was knock down a three. They did not hit a single three in that game against Churchill. But Sawyer, a threat from the outside, and 9 points. When he's scoring, West becomes very dangerous.
Well, I think you made a really good point about West Albany not hitting a three in that Churchill game. They didn't take very many threes.
Right.
And that's the recipe for this team. When you go 6'8", 6'8", 6'6", if you're shooting a bunch of threes, you are not following the game plan. And what we saw early in that game, or early in previous games with West Albany, you didn't get to see the Union game, but West Albany came out and shot 4 straight three-pointers, missed them all, and they turned into points at the other end. And all of a sudden, Union was up 10. It was just—it's not the game plan for this West Albany team. They want to be able to play inside out. Get the ball inside. If the shots are there, great. If it's not, then kick it out and then possibly look for the three. But the early threes in the offense will get you a seat next to Coach Zimmerman and is not what this basketball team is designed to do.
And what is really impressive is Churchill got out to the big early lead. It's kind of ironic to me because I thought in reading a quote in the paper from Coach Zimmerman that he was very succinct in saying that they basically got punched in the mouth, that Churchill came out and punched them in the mouth. And I'm not making this up. I went into the restroom before the game, and they have 2 vocabulary words on the wall in the restroom. One of the words was succinct. And I found that very ironic because I had already thought, boy, that's very succinct of Coach Zimmerman to just say, hey, they punched us in the mouth. That's basically what happened. Churchill came out, delivered an uppercut, got up by 15 early. Generally in a game when you're down that big, you start throwing up a bunch of threes, trying to eliminate that deficit in a hurry. They did not do that. They stayed patient. They went inside, and they were able to chip away against one of the best teams in the state.
Stayed true to their game plan, and that's a great recipe for a basketball team that's going to win a lot of basketball games on this season.
It is a Monday night here at West. Not quite the crowd we saw last Tuesday against Churchill, but some familiar faces in the house. Bryce Wells is here tonight. I saw Tucker Kiter a moment ago. Holiday break means you start seeing some of the faces that have graduated in years past showing up here in the building. We'll keep an eye out, see if there are any others. Getting ready for tip-off tonight. West Linn and West Albany on 920 KSHO.
You will come at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Pick up a Burgerville card now and earn rewards cash for every dollar spent. See store for details. Stop by Burgerville after the game. Order a famous Tillamook cheeseburger. Open 7 a.m. to midnight Fridays. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market across from the Heritage Mall has Senior Day, the first Tuesday of every month. $2 off every purchase of $15 or more. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. 100% satisfaction guaranteed across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
920 KSHO.
Welcome back here once again to West Albany High School. Ryan Pitts, Wally Ordeman, and Jeff Kiter. Very pleased to have you all with us here tonight. I mentioned, Wally, I was in Las Vegas over the weekend, and it was a rocky ride coming back into Portland. And I mean, it was really bumpy. There were a lot of people on the airplane that weren't too comfortable. I found it kind of ironic that the guy we sometimes call the fourth member of our team, and he is on some nights, Paul Daskulos, he was also flying in to Portland last night. And there were, I guess, about 70-mile-an-hour crosswinds in the gorge, and the rain was blowing, and the planes moving. We got on the ground in Portland and got to our gate, and as soon as we parked at the gate, the lights went out in the plane. And what they told us shortly thereafter is apparently because of the crosswinds and the rain, something had shorted out the electrical system on the plane. Now, my question, and I don't know why I choose to raise this now, maybe it's just to kill a minute before the game. My question is, what if that had happened 15 minutes earlier on this airplane? It's a little disconcerting to know that some rain coming in sideways and some wind could short the plane. Here's the moral of the story. Don't fly Spirit Airlines. I want to get that out on the radio while I can.
Well, and that pretty much abandons the idea of ever having them as a sponsor on these broadcasts. but I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're on solid ground. And I don't know that I would have been very comfortable on that flight coming in, because I know what those winds were doing. I was at the coast last night, and it was coming in sideways. It was really blowing, and I knew that the gorge was getting it too. Just glad you're back safely.
And me as well. It's very...
And hope you still have some money in your pocket.
You know, I came out a little bit ahead. And I can thank Oregon and Arizona's basketball teams for helping me out with that, because the two-team parlay won me about $50
excellent.
On Saturday. But I guess all of us were somewhere this weekend. You know, you were at Waldport. Jeff was in Seattle. We'll have to talk to him about that at halftime. He went up and saw the Gonzaga men's team this weekend in the Battle of Seattle against Kansas State in a game which Gonzaga was victorious. And his son Tucker is still in the band with Gonzaga. We were talking before the game about the likelihood that Gonzaga can make a good tournament run. How exciting is that for the young man Tucker Kiter, who is now leading the band very often at Gonzaga?
Oh, is that right? Yeah. I was unaware. I'll look forward to hearing more about it at halftime.
Yeah, the West Coast Conference tournament is also in Las Vegas. So maybe Tucker and I can talk after the games about some places to go there in Vegas. It will be West Linn and West Albany here tonight, just a couple minutes away from tip-off. Coach Zimmerman here sporting the Looney Tunes Christmas tie, getting the spirit down and getting the season ready to go here. Kind of hard to believe that we're only a little over a week until Christmas. It's getting here quickly.
And have you taken care of my gift yet?
No, I'm still saving up money. I was hoping to hit it big in Vegas so I could afford it.
Well, yeah, that $50 a head won't get it done.
No, that's not going to do a whole lot. Well, let's talk a little bit more again about the game last Friday night. A lot of help for West Albany, a game they won 63-53. Chad Sherwood led the way. He had 19 points. Jalen Schlegel had 14. Sawyer Reed had 9. But then Nate Sherwood was 7. Josh Bryant had 6. Isaiah Edwards with 4. We didn't get to see Isaiah Edwards play in the game against Churchill, but he's averaging just about 3 points a game. He's only been in 3 games this year. But you watch him play in the JV game, and you can see some of the things that for Isaiah Edwards could start to translate at the varsity level.
He's like a Jalen Schlegel clone almost, without quite the height. He may still get there. It's obvious he's still growing, but he's got the footwork. Very solid inside. The coaches are very high on him. Tremendous growth basketball-wise between his freshman year and this year, and certainly has grown some too, added a few inches, and his footwork is just tremendous. Another one of those players where he gets it in the paint, and you feel very confident that the ball is going to go through the hoop.
There were a couple of very talented players on the West Albany JV team. They fell earlier tonight to West Linn, and we're waiting for a final on the freshmen.
You got the final. Lost by 5.
So the varsity hoping to salvage one tonight, as the West Linn has come in and taken the first 2 in that freshman JV games. A little update on the girls. The girls are playing tonight at West Linn. Don't have a score update. Certainly they haven't begun yet. But the girls are 4-0. They beat West Salem last Friday, 54-29. 4 players in double figures for Mike Haberly's girls team. Corey James had 15. Kaya Duvall with 11. Ali Nelke and Lauren Concert scored 10 each. And most importantly, we haven't pointed this out yet in our brief time broadcasting, that girls team has 1 senior, Lauren Concert, the only senior on that team.
Yeah, and they're going to be a lot of fun to watch, Ryan. We'll look forward, hopefully, to broadcasting them during the Civil War games and then in the postseason as well. But they're a lot of fun to watch. Going to be a little different program under Mike Haberly, new coaching style, a new group, and lost a lot off that team last year. So we'll watch for great things from them.
And there's not a lot of size on the team. We're used to seeing Samantha Signer inside, 6'3", really kind of pushing people around. Ashton Signer is now the tallest player on the girls team, the only one over 6 feet, but a very versatile and talented girls team we'll see throughout this season. We're going to have our national anthem here at West Albany, so we'll take a timeout, come back with the tip on KSHO.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto's ASE certified technician can help your vehicle maintain its reliability beyond 200,000 miles. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors. 4 generations in the auto business and here to stay. Mark Thomas Motors is big on supporting local events. 3 locations in Albany, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Hyundai, GMC, Buick, Pontiac. Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors in Albany.
Just like the Bulldogs, Courtesy Corner Shell gives you everything they have every time you drive in. Fast and friendly service, windows always clean. Non-ethanol fuels for small engines, boats, and vintage cars available. You can't beat Courtesy Corner Shell near Queen on Pacific Boulevard. They'll be happy to see you.
Linn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
Place to bowl is Linn Lanes Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin Restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
America's best music and the news you need. This is 920 KSHO, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
And welcome back here to West Albany High School. Again, Ryan Pitts, Wally Ordeman, and Jeff Kiter all here with you. Brian Holman behind us, our engineer for the broadcast tonight. Very nicely setting everything up here for us, our Skype broadcast before the game as we get set for the starting lineups here tonight. West Linn with 3 players listed at 6'5", and it just appears to be a little more size when you look at them. I know 6'5", they just appear bigger than most teams.
Well, I stand 6'4", and I saw one of their players come by me, and he had at least a couple inches on me, so I know they, most rosters, most teams will pad their lineups here, throw a couple extra inches in there on their heights for intimidation. That's not the case here. I think they shorted a couple of these players.
West Albany will have their starting 5 introduced here just down to our right. And as the starting 5, you figure it would stay pretty consistent throughout the season. Sawyer Reed, the 5'10" senior, averaging 5.2 points per game. Chad Sherwood on the wing, 6'2" senior. He's the team's second leading scorer at 18 points a game. In the middle, the team's leading scorer, Jalen Schlegel, 6'8" senior. He's averaging 19.3. Josh Bryant in the post, 6'6" senior, averaging 4.2. And then Nate Sherwood, the 6'8" dunking machine, the junior on the wing, averaging 9.2. So pretty good balance from West Albany, the 2 big scorers, Jalen Schlegel and Chad Sherwood. Nate Sherwood near 10, and then a pretty good collection of players around 4 or 5 points a game. And you like to have more people chip in. It was really a 2-man show last Tuesday against Churchill.
Yeah, it was, and West Albany needs production from everybody that sets foot on the floor. Everybody that's on the court has to be not only a threat to score, but has to be also be a defensive presence. They have to be locked down. That's West Albany's game plan. Lock down on defense, then get down and feed it to your bigs on offense. If you can do that, then it opens up the outside play as well. That's the recipe. We'll just hope that West Albany can start quick in this game. We've seen a couple of sluggish starts from them and then clawing their way back. It's been okay so far, but against a team like West Linn, you're going to have to get off to that quick start.
Starting 5 for West Linn quickly. Ty Cleland, a 6' junior. Jared Howard, a 6'1" senior. Anthony Mathis, a 6'1" sophomore. Hayden Coppage, a 6'3" junior. And Ryan Schiermeyer, the biggest of the starting 5, a 6'5" junior. It will be Nate Sherwood and Ryan Schiermeyer at center court, ready to jump it up. West Linn, the hodgepodge of colors on their traveling uniforms, primarily black, green lettering, some yellow piping. And West with their home whites, the navy blue letters, and the gold trim as West wins the tip. And the first possession starts in front court with Nate Sherwood dropping it down to Jalen Schlegel, backing his way in. Series of fakes, right-hand hook, good. Yeah, there's a lot of what we saw last Tuesday. Jalen Schlegel makes it 2-0 West Albany. In front court, West Linn nearly with the turnover. Jared Howard, little hot potato as he pulled it in. Now Ty Cleveland runs the point up top. Chad Sherwood all over him. A high screen from Mathis. Cleveland picks up the dribble, crosses it left for Mathis out near the sideline, and right back to Cleveland. West Linn spacing the floor here. A lot of off-ball screens on their opening possession as Cleveland tries to go around the back pick to Mathis. Mathis inside to the cutting Coppage, and he gets a layup.
Yeah, West committed way too high on that, tried to trap, but kind of got lost defensively up top and opened somebody up in the middle.
West Albany quickly the other way. Jalen Schlegel going into the reverse. That is blocked, and a late whistle on the foul coming. Yeah, Jalen Schlegel is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. A late whistle. Josh Bryant had already claimed the offensive rebound while that whistle had blown. The foul on Schiermeyer, his first. And Schlegel to shoot 2.
Sorry, Ryan. 2 possessions and 2 great positions by Jalen Schlegel underneath the hoop. Bulldogs looking for him early and able to get the bucket early, and now the first free throw.
Good on the first is Jalen Schlegel. The Bulldogs did not shoot their free throws particularly well last Tuesday. That was one of the things that several people said on the way out of the gym. So it might have been a different night had they hit on their charity shots a little bit better, and they get to a good start tonight. 2 good from Jalen Schlegel, 4-2 West Albany, with a minute gone by here in the first quarter. Ty Cleveland angling left with Chad Sherwood on him. One hands it to Coppage, down to Mathis around the perimeter, way out on the right wing to Coppage near center court. Back to Mathis, right wing 3, blocked by Nate Sherwood. Nate pulls it down, gets it to Sawyer Reed, and the Bulldogs bring it to front court. Reed pushes it off right for Chad Sherwood. Down low quickly to Jalen Schlegel. Another touch inside, spinning, fading right-hand hook. Too strong. And a rebound to Coppage for West Linn. On to Cleveland on the run. Bumps into Chad Sherwood. Nearly turned it over, and now they do, as it was saved right into the hands of Nate Sherwood. Pass is tipped near midcourt. Sawyer Reed gets it back, and a bump and a foul on West Linn. A harried sequence will wind up with a Lions foul, their second.
Yeah, and Sawyer Reed just trying to get that ahead to Jalen Schlegel, who would have tomahawk dunked it if he could have gotten it. But good leaping ability by West Salem. Defender gets up there and gets it, but Sawyer right back on the ball, gets fouled. Bulldog possession in the backcourt.
Foul on Ty Cleveland, his first. And the second on West Linn as the Lions bring a trap in backcourt. Sawyer Reed gets rid of it to Josh Bryant. Now to the right wing for Chad Sherwood, and back to Reed up top. Jalen Schlegel doubled on the left wing, right wing, Chad Sherwood, open 3, ring it up. Chad Sherwood, a triple at 7-2 West Albany.
Ryan, West Lynn's trying to run a trapper after the first pass. We'll watch and see how that works out for him. Bulldog ball movement, excellent so far in this game.
Cleveland gets trapped by the bench, gets rid of it to Mathis. Now to the left, it's Coppage way out on the wing. Up top again for Mathis. In the midcourt logo. Angling left, almost dragged the pivot foot. Now almost got it stolen. Sawyer Reed's going to drop it ahead for Nate Sherwood, and Nate will lay it in. Quick timeout by West Linn. A full will take it too. 5:48 to go in the first. The Bulldogs 9, the Lions 2. We'll come back on KSHO.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank. Service like no other. We promise. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
The mission of Now Builders is treat every job like it's their only job, no matter how big or small, and they don't stop until their customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Check out their portfolio of fine work at nowbuilders.com. Call Now Builders at 541-926-2858.
Figaro's in Albany now has the ultimate super combo and the ultimate super meat, only $16.99 or $17.99 baked. Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. And ask about their gluten-free crust, 541-924-9303.
Unforgettable 920.
Good start tonight for West Albany, a 9-2 lead with 5:45 to go in the first. West Linn out of their quick timeout. Ty Cleveland in front court, nearly turned it over. Gets it back on the far sideline. Now feeding Josh Coppage on the right wing to Mathis. Back to Coppage. Now in the center as Coppage pushes one dribble left. Gives it to Cleveland. Cleveland, no dribble, just a fake and a pass to Coppage. Now back to Mathis. West Albany really stretching out this zone look. Chad Sherwood out on the left wing, all over Cleveland, took it away from him, then turned it right back as he tried to shovel it to Sawyer Reed. Coppage with it, jump stop on the blocks, and the jumper is good. Hayden Coppage, I think it's Josh a couple of times, I don't know where that came from, but Hayden Coppage puts in the jumper. Now a quick whistle, and a stoppage as a sub will come in. Why the stoppage?
I think that it was a warning of maybe a delay of game warning. West Linn touching the ball after it had gone through the net. West Albany wants to grab it out of there and get moving.
I turned to look at the scores table where Peyton Pritchard was setting to check in. Pritchard does check in during the stoppage. 9-4 West Albany, 5:08 to go in the first. Josh Bryant to Jalen Schlegel as West Linn runs full court pressure, and Schlegel beats it all the way in, had it stripped, loose on the ground. Nate Sherwood trying to win the battle for the ball. Ultimately, I think a whistle's going to come. Well, the whistle never comes, and finally West Linn will have it swatted out of bounds, and it will belong to the Lions. We've seen tie-ups like that get whistled much quicker than that.
Much quicker.
They let that one play out. West Linn winds up with it on the scramble as it was deflected out of bounds. So the Lions with Peyton Pritchard, a 5'11 freshman now, bringing the ball into front court. Beat it outside for Jared Howard. Howard looking inside, gets it back to Mathis, and Mathis to Pritchard as they work the perimeter again. Coppage drives to the baseline, nothing there, gets it back out to Mathis on the right wing. 4:35 to go in the first. West Albany up 5. Pritchard into the corner, deflected into the hands of Schiermeyer. His three is good from the far corner. Back to a 2-point game as West Albany rifles it to front court. Chad Sherwood looks to attack, scoops it inside, and turns it over. West Linn gets it back. Now a chance to tie after being down 7 early. Quick outlet, Schiermeyer all the way underneath. Blitz a layup. A rebound to Nate Sherwood. Break there for West Albany as they retain their 2-point lead. Nate Sherwood quickly into Jalen Schlegel. Spinning inside on Schiermeyer. Fadeaway, baby hook, bingo.
Boy, what a move that is, and a very difficult shot because when he starts that shot, he's behind the basket. Beautiful job. Beautiful footwork by Jalen.
As Josh Bryant deflects the pass out of bounds on the far side, West Linn will play it in. That's just got to be a lot of time in the gym, a lot of practice for Jalen.
No way to accurately describe what he just did. Starting out behind the hoop, but complete presence under there to get that ball off.
A little bit of Hakeem Olajuwon, the Dream Shake light there from Jalen Schlegel. As Mathis beats Schiermeyer between the circles, left for Pritchard. A long three on its way from Pritchard, and good. Hayden Pritchard from near the student section makes it a 1-point game. 11-10 West Albany. 3:36 to play in the opening quarter. Trying to go in quickly to Jalen Schlegel. It's poked away and stolen by West Linn. The Lions could take the lead as Pritchard gets to Howard. Out to Mathis. A three on the way for Mathis. That's around and off, no good. Long rebound stays in the hands of the Lions with Pritchard. He travels as he comes through the lane. Oh, you nailed that call.
Yeah. Sorry, that's the coach in me right there.
Cameron Dixon will come in for West Albany, their first sub. Chad Sherwood will check out. Again, against full court pressure, Josh Bryant looking for something to get it in. He does feed Nate Sherwood. Gets it right back to Bryant. Into the middle in traffic for Sawyer Reed, who makes a catch. Jump stops to wait for some traffic to clear. Now we'll get across the timeline, angling right into the corner for Cam Dixon. Dixon inside for Nate Sherwood. Quick turnaround, no good. Offensive rebound, Jalen Schlegel brought it down and had it stolen by Howard. Long outlet for Mathis. Mathis all the way to the rim, lays it in. And West Linn has their first lead at 12-11. Under 3 to go in the first quarter. Cameron Dixon, good catch and spin in front court. Jump stops, goes back to Nate Sherwood. He spins inside, through a double, lays it in, and a foul.
You know, Ryan, the Bulldogs defensively are doing a really good job in their matchup zone right now, and they're really making West Linn work for their points when they get in those half-court sets. But the Bulldog turnovers are what are turning into transition points for West Linn right now. They've gotten a couple of run-outs, then they've hit a couple of really bomb threes to get them back in this game. The Bulldogs take the lead again, 13-12 here with Nate Sherwood trying to make it a 2-point game.
Colin Davis checking in, Ryan Schiermeyer checking out as Nate Sherwood hits the free throw. 3-point play, 14-12 West Albany, 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Bulldogs still without a team foul, West Linn having just picked up their third. Cameron Dixon, little man full court pressure as Pritchard brings it across the timeline, hits the back-cutting Howard, who kicks it out to Mathis. Open look for three, around and off, no good. Rebound spiked out long and claimed by Mathis. Now a teardrop from Mathis is good off his own offensive rebound, 14-14. Reed quickly front court to Nate Sherwood. Nate puts it on the deck, drives into the paint, layup, yep, and a foul again. Nate Sherwood attacking the rim. puts it in once more with a chance for three.
I'll tell you that, and that's the difference between Nate Sherwood last year and Nate Sherwood this year. Not afraid to take it into traffic. He's got that big, bulky body, and he just slices through him. Gets the bucket and the harm. Chance for three.
Nate Sherwood looking for his 8th point of this opening quarter. His brother Chad checks back in, and Sawyer Reed checks out. Bulldogs a little bigger lineup with Chad Sherwood, the shortest of the players on the floor, at 6'2", and Nate Sherwood completes a 3-point play. 8 in the quarter for Nate, 17-14 West Albany, 2:17 to go in the first. Peyton Pritchard weaving back and forth, trying to spin away from Chad Sherwood. Gets it off to Jared Howard. Howard a one-hand dribble, now back out to Mathis. Mathis off to Cleland, faking the deep three, going around Cam Dixon, and we're going to get a reach and a foul out top. I think they'll get Cameron Dixon for the reach on what will be the Bulldogs' first team foul here with 2:04 to go in the first quarter.
Well, and that's really something. As aggressive as the Bulldogs are defensively, they've been clean so far. First team foul on the Bulldogs, 4 team fouls for West Linn.
Jared Howard checks in, Ryan Schiermeyer, or checks out rather for Howard, and Schiermeyer in after a very brief rest. Pritchard, the freshman, fires off right for Mathis, the sophomore. Mathis into the middle. It's kicked away by Dixon, but right into the hands of Schiermeyer. Off to Pritchard. Pritchard back to the corner. Schiermeyer, quick trigger three, short. Rebound, Josh Bryant. Bryant nearly had it taken away. Good strong position from Bryant as he tears it back from Mathis. Chad Sherwood, hands it ahead to Nate for three. That's short. And a rebound pulled down by Colin Davis. West Linn on the attack. 1:35 to go first quarter. Bulldogs by 3. Schiermeyer inside. Back to the perimeter for Cleveland. Thinking about a three. Comes back to Pritchard. Got away. No, did not get away with the walk. A late whistle and a travel as Peyton Pritchard, a little shuffle with the feet, couldn't decide which way he wanted to go.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Ryan, and you see it happen all the time when you catch the ball but you're not square to the basket. And so in trying to get yourself squared up, you just take that extra little shuffle step without putting the ball on the floor.
Keaton Bader in for the first time for West Albany. He replaces Josh Bryant. Some good aggressive minutes from Bryant here in the first quarter as Chad Sherwood works up top on Pritchard and has the pass tipped out of bounds just in front of the West Linn bench. The Bulldogs will retain possession. Chad Sherwood, Nate Sherwood, Cameron Dixon, Keaton Bader, Jalen Schlegel on the floor right now. Chad Sherwood will trigger it into the far left of the West Linn bench, lobbing it in for Jalen Schlegel. Had it poked away and stolen. Mathis with it on the run. One-on-one to the goal with Cam Dixon. Dixon with the foul that prevents the layup, but barely. Mathis still got it up in the air and almost put it in. It'll be 2 free throws coming from Mathis on Cameron Dixon's second foul.
And a good job of Cam for playing the ball on that and really did try and go for the block. West Linn player going strong to the basket. No question that was a 2-shot foul, but Cam did a good job making him earn it from the stripe.
So Anthony Mathis, 6'1" sophomore at the free throw line for 2. First one on its way and good. West Albany got out to the early 9-2 lead. West Linn had a quick response. Close ever since. 17-15 right now, West Albany. Second free throw by Mathis, no good, and a rebound to Bader. Bader gives to Chad Sherwood, and the Bulldogs with a 2-point lead and possession. Chad wants to attack, dribbled it off his foot. Picked up by Schiermeyer, outlets to Mathis. Mathis all the way in, rejected by Jalen Schlegel. Jalen swats it out of bounds, erasing the layup from Mathis. As with exactly 1 minute on the clock, West Linn will inbound.
And really a smart play by Jalen to go behind him as he was going up for the lay-in.
Cleland, a quick trigger three off the inbound, missed. The rebound spiked high in the air and pulled down by Schlegel. Bulldog ball up 2. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chad Sherwood gives to Jalen Schlegel. Quickly in for Bader, who's held on the catch and a foul. Much to the chagrin of the Lions faithful off to our left. They'll get Cleland for the hold. And West Albany will inbound underneath.
You know, Jeff Cutter using a new system here, trying out something new with the stats. I can't just look over and see how many turnovers. It's really going to bug me if I can't look and see certain things. I'm going to have to figure out his system now. I'm going to have to be trained.
Cam Cleland with his second.
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry, Ryan. Go ahead.
I'm fascinated by what's going on over here. Jeff's got the iPad out.
He does. It's really something. Bulldogs with 4 turnovers to answer my own question.
Quick inbound underneath. Bader could not finish. They never got a clean handle on it. And a shot missed. A rebound to West Linn as Mathis gives it up ahead to Pritchard. Now to Cleland. Cleland skips it right for Mathis. Mathis up top for Pritchard with 30 seconds to go in the first. Off into the corner for Howard. A ball fake, a drive on the baseline, spinning in, shot good, and a foul as he got through traffic. And Wes Linn with the chance for the lead here. 25.8 to go in the first.
Wow, what a move that was. Beautiful move to get to the bucket. No question it was a foul on Bader, and what really nice play.
For Bader, his first. He'll check out as Sawyer Reed comes in. Jesse Berkey has also come on for West Albany. He replaced Nate Sherwood. As Jared Howard, 6'1" senior, with a chance to put West Linn in the lead with 25.8 to go in the first quarter. Free throw up for Howard and good. 18-17 Lions. And Bryant inbounds to Jalen Schlegel. Again, full court pressure from West Linn. Ball gets into the hands of the point guard, Sawyer Reed. He will try to beat the press on his own. Still in backcourt, needing some help. Fires it long ahead for Berkey. Jesse makes the catch. Now has his pass tipped and stolen. Active hands by West Linn, forcing another steal. Mathis with 7 seconds in the quarter, hands it to Pritchard. Back to Mathis, to the baseline, Howard. Howard blocked away by Chad Sherwood and out of bounds with 1.9 to go in the first.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk at the quarter here, Ryan, about the Bulldog turnovers and trying to pass through hands. Fake one to make one. That's the motto of this team. Has been certainly a stressing point all season here.
And a pass stolen. Jalen Schlegel is going to rifle from three-quarter court and hit the rim. Wow. From inside the opposing foul line, Jalen one-handed it, put it off the window, and then off front rim. Missed it by that much at the end of one tonight. West Linn 18, West Albany 17. We'll take a break and come back to 920 KSHO.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Linn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E Tangent.
920 KSHO.
Back here at West Albany High School, getting set to start the second quarter. 18-17, West Linn with a 1-point lead. And West Albany, Wally, again, a little turnover problem in the first quarter.
Well, Ryan, the passing has been a point of emphasis for this Bulldog team from the very first practice. And that first quarter, I have to give the Bulldogs a D as a grade there in that first quarter. It just the passing just wasn't there. You've really got to get yourself better angles. You can't be passing through other teams' hands. This West Linn team, they've got quick hands. They're good at getting in the passing lanes, and they're trying to run a lot of traps at you. But West Albany just kind of panicking a few times, and it's turned into West Linn points.
Now West Linn with the first possession of the second quarter is Howard and Pritchard will play a little catch out top. Howard, a hesitation dribble, almost dragged the pivot foot, goes back left, Pritchard for three, that's good. Pritchard has hit a couple of threes off the bench. West Linn leads by 4. Bulldogs in transition, Chad Sherwood for 3, rims out. Rebound poked away by Bader, who saves it out to Reed. Good job by Keaton Bader to keep the possession alive. Reed pushes it right, goes high off the window, missed. Rebound to West Linn. Howard on the run in front court, Bryant there to meet him. Howard pulls the dribble back to the top. Pritchard, another deep three. Good again. My goodness. The freshman with his third triple. And West Linn has come roaring back from down 7 early to go up 7 with 7:13 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Bulldog rotations defensively, Ryan, just aren't getting to the outside shooters right now. You want to make a team prove it from the outside first. Well, West Linn has done exactly that. So now you've got to start bringing guys out a little bit wider, take fewer chances defensively so you can get a hand up defensively on those outside shooters. They're really, really stroking it right now and have gone out to the 7-point lead.
Peyton Pritchard is, always a surprise when you look at a varsity roster and see a freshman as one of the first guys off the bench, but you can see why. Pritchard certainly has range. All 3 of his triples have come from way behind the line. And this last one has given West Linn a 24-17 lead. As West Albany against the pressure, get it in with Bader and Bryant. Now to Chad Sherwood, spinning into front court. Quick double, gets into the middle for Bader. Bader to the cutting Nate Sherwood, a head fake. Nate blocked and fouled. And it'll be free throws for Nate Sherwood. Very active here in the first half. A chance to go into double figures if he can convert both free throws.
Yeah, patient by Nate there to let the first defender fly by and then knew that he was going to have contact from behind. Nate's been solid at the line so far. We'll knock on wood, and the Bulldogs with a chance for their first points, I believe, of this quarter.
Yep. And Nate coaxes the free throw around and in. Had a lot of iron before dropping. Ryan Schiermeyer picked up that last foul, his second, and the 6th on West Linn. So the Bulldogs will be shooting free throws the remainder of the half, and Nate converts both. He's in double figures with 10. The Bulldogs to within 5. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Pritchard with Chad Sherwood right up in his grill. They don't want to let Pritchard free for any more from outside. He gets rid of it to Mathis. Mathis picked up by Reed. Right back to Pritchard as Sherwood dances out on him. Pritchard to Mathis. He thought about a deep three. Trying to shake and bake. Sawyer Reed, step for step. Now gets it back to Pritchard, who looks to the sideline for a call from Eric Viacola, head coach for West Linn. Howard drives it in. Rejected by Nate Sherwood. Now Mathis gets it back. He goes out the window, no good, and a rebound to Nate. Second block of the night for Nate Sherwood. And the Bulldogs with possession, down 5. Sawyer Reed trying to cross over on Pritchard. Comes back to Chad Sherwood. One hands it into the corner for Josh Bryant. Bryant, one dribble, now to the elbow. Nate Sherwood, jumper on the way off glass, too strong. Rebound spiked out, back to the hands of Nate. Underneath for Josh Bryant. Tries to clear some space, goes up, can't hit inside. And a rebound to Pritchard. On the run, 2-on-1 to the goal. Alley-oop Mathis puts it off the window and in. Nicely done on the 2-on-1, and now the Bulldogs throw it away on the inbound. Trying to feed Sawyer Reed on a quick outlet, and it went past him and out of bounds. West Linn, a 7-point lead in the ball. With 6:03 to go in the half, and Jalen Schlegel will return.
Yeah, Jalen with just a quick breather at the quarter, and then 2 minutes of this quarter. We'll see him go the rest of the way. Bulldogs going back with the Twin Tower lineup here, 6'8", 6'8", Schlegel and Nate Sherwood.
24-10 burst by West Linn since that early 9-2 Bulldog lead. 5:55 to go in the first half, 26-19 West Linn. Jared Howard bumped by Sawyer Reed up top. No whistle. Now bumped by Chad Sherwood. Good aggressive defense up top by West as Mathis gets it and spins away from traffic to get it back to Pritchard. Pritchard crossing over right to left. Gets to the blocks. Kicks it out to Mathis. Attacking towards the baseline. Into a double. Spinning through traffic. Out to Pritchard. Another 3. Good again. 4 for Peyton Pritchard here in the first half. It's a 10-point West Linn lead.
Holy smokes.
Nate Sherwood inside for Bader. Bader backing in, goes off the window and coaxes it home. A much-needed hoop for West.
Yeah, and Bader knew that he had a mismatch down low and went up strong. Great job by Keaton Bader.
Peyton Pritchard inside the arc, bumped and fouled. Todd Zimmerman up off the bench wondering where the contact was. Foul is going to go against Chad Sherwood. That'll be his first, West Albany's 4th. Chad pleading his case to the official up top. Quick inbound, knocked away. Schiermeyer going to go out and pick it up. Jalen Schlegel still harassing him, poking it, but Peyton Pritchard gets it back. Couple of lucky bounces, a 3 in a corner, rims off, and out of bounds. Last touch by West Linn. It'll be Bulldog ball. Jalen Schlegel, good aggressive defense up top on Ryan Schiermeyer. Sort of threw that possession out of whack for West Linn.
Took a little hip pointer too there. Looks like he's going to be all right.
Bader quickly in for Schlegel. Into the middle for Nate Sherwood. Nate will beat the press on his own. Off to the right for Sawyer Reed. Reed quickly in for Bader. Bader could not finish. Nate Sherwood trying to clean up. He misses. Rebound Bader. He goes up, can't finish. Schlegel's tip, no. Still loose underneath and pulled down by West Linn. A series of opportunities, none converted. And West Linn has possession. Up 8. 4:40 to go in the half. Coppage into the corner for Mathis. Mathis, hounded by Nate Sherwood, clears traffic and gets it to Pritchard. Right back to Mathis. On the fake, out to Howard. Perimeter movement from West Linn. Off it goes to Coppage. His 3 is good. And West Linn is making it rain here tonight in West. Another triple, 32-21 Lions. Nate Sherwood in front court, in the corner, into the paint. Bumped, goes up, can't hit. See if they call this on the shot or the ground. Going to be on the ground, so a 1-and-1 coming for Nate. Team foul number 7 on West Linn. What a perimeter shooting display from the Lions.
Boy, it really is. And, you know, we've carried a lot of games over the years, and we just figured we have always said that, especially preseason games, that the teams that find their way into West Albany's gym here seem to come in hot shooting. And we've seen it time and time again. West Linn, no exception for that, as they've gone out to this 11-point lead.
Nate Sherwood missing the front end of the 1-and-1, and then West Linn tips the rebound out of bounds, fighting each other for the rebound were Schiermeyer and Howard. And West Albany gets a break. They'll take it out of bounds, and Sawyer Reed will play it in. Reed lobbing it into the corner for Nate Sherwood. Quickly into Jalen Schlegel. On a catch, hounded at the foul line. Gets rid of it to Chad Sherwood. Wants to attack. Has it poked away. Last touch by West Linn. It'll stay with West Albany, but again, you see the active hands from the Lions.
Yeah, and we also saw the avenue that Chad Sherwood had to get to the rim there. He saw it too. We were on the perfect line with it.
Quick inbound. Jalen Schlegel, open three, front rim. No good. Rebound Cleveland. Cleveland to Pritchard, wants to push. Off to Mathis, right wing three. Are you kidding me? Another one from West Linn. They're up 14. 35-21. Reed into the corner for Nate Sherwood. Inside Jalen Schlegel. Tough catch with Schiermeyer all over him. Spinning inside. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds. West Linn will get it back. Putting on as impressive a perimeter display as I can recall here at West Albany High School.
Yeah, no question. And right now it's got the Bulldogs on their defensive heels.
Down 14 with 3:40 to go in the first half. Pritchard out to Cleveland. Now to Schiermeyer up top. Attacking, getting inside. Finger rolling it up and in. West Linn is scoring points in bunches. It's now a contact at midcourt. Mathis is going to be called for the foul to send Chad Sherwood to the foul line. A hard foul on a contested pass. I think Mathis actually got the worst of it.
Yeah, he certainly did. Comes up holding his abdomen there.
Chad Sherwood to the line for a 1-and-1. Now, I think everybody in the building right now just kind of staggered. It's a 19-4 start here to the second quarter for West Linn.
Yeah, and Cody LaHoda into the game for the Bulldogs here, replacing Keaton Bader.
LaHoda, who has only appeared in 2 varsity games, the first game against McKay, then the game last Friday against West Salem, makes his 3rd appearance of the season. Chad Sherwood hits both free throws. West needs points any way they can get them. Down 14, 3.5 to go in the first half. Still a long way to go here tonight. West Linn, plenty of time to cool down as Pritchard goes right of the lane, picks up the dribble, comes out to Cleveland. Cleveland harassed by LaHoda looking for a foul. As Pritchard gets it back, Pritchard into the corner for Mathis. He'll launch a 3. This one finally misses. Offensive rebound to Howard. He goes in traffic. Shot might have been partially blocked. Schiermeyer gets it back. He goes up and drops it in. West Linn with a series of offensive rebounds leading to a lay-in from Schiermeyer.
Yeah, with the size advantage West has, no way West Linn should be getting second opportunities. Right now they're just wanting it more on the offensive glass.
39-23, 2:47 to go in the first half. Reed to LaHoda, to Schlegel in the middle. Jalen traveled with the ball. He went up and down. Got caught in between. He went up for a shot and then had a hand right in his face. Looked for a pass, nothing there, and just jumped straight up and down. Turnover West Albany.
Didn't expect that defender to come from the backside as they pinched down on him and got the turnover.
Peyton Pritchard to a back-cutting Schiermeyer. Jump stop on the baseline. Back out to Pritchard. Pritchard crossing over, gets to the foul line, kicks it to Howard in the left corner. Howard driving in on Schlegel, absorbs a bump, picks it up at the elbow, and has a pass tipped by Reed back into the hands of Pritchard. Pritchard a crossover up top, looking for space, drops it into the cutting Mathis. Reverse layup is good. Nifty pass from Pritchard to Mathis for a layup, an 18-point West Linn lead. Chad Sherwood works the perimeter for West. Skips it to the right for LaHoda. Had to go way high to make the catch. Into the corner for Reed. A much-needed 3 on its way. That's short. Rebound to Pritchard on the run. Up ahead, Mathis leaking out for a layup. A 20-point lead. Timeout, West Albany. A full will do it, too. 1:54 to go in the half. West Linn by 20 on KSHO.
Need extra money in time for the holidays? H&R Block offers the Emerald Advance, a line of credit up to $1,000 that you can start using today. No W-2 required. Stop by a participating office to apply or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to learn more. H&R Block Emerald Advance, line of credit offered through H&R Block Bank. Member FDIC, participating offices subject to credit approval. Free supply. See HR Block/Emerald Advance for details. 2012 HRB Tax Group Incorporated offered January 15, 2013. OBTP B1550.
Hi, this is Serena at your neighborhood H&R Block in Albany, Lebanon, Corvallis. Call us today at 541-928-6432 and see what it means to never settle for less when it comes to your taxes.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Unforgettable 920.
Well, Wally, this is a little bit of an exercise in do not judge a game by its first 2 minutes. West Albany jumped out to the early 9-2 lead. From that point 41-14, West Linn on their run right now to lead 43-23 with 1:54 to go in the half.
Yeah, this is an experienced group, and nobody's going to hang their heads for very long. But this next minute and a half here for the Bulldogs is going to be really, really important to the momentum of the second half.
And Jalen Schlegel works his way inside for a left-handed layup. You cut it to 43-25, 1:35 to go in the first half. Pritchard, another aggressive dribble inside. Kicks it out to Cleland on the head fake, just inside the arc. Back to Pritchard. Reed with a good closeout to prevent the three. Goes off into the corner for Ty Cleland. Cleland held and fouled. Off on the far side. Team foul number 5 on West Albany, so still a non-shooter. As the foul will go against Cody LaHoda. His first.
Ty Cleland's been lobbying for a call on most possessions down the floor. That time gets one.
Cleland gets it into Mathis, who lost it out of bounds. Last touch by West Albany. Chad Sherwood there with the deflection. West Linn will inbound to the far side of the basket as we look at it, down to our right. It's Cleland set to put it in play. Gets it into Pritchard. Reed right with him. Out to Howard now between the circles. Howard looks for the back cut to Pritchard. Pritchard all the way in. Awkward shot blocked. Mathis right there for the follow. Never came down in a little awkward fadeaway jumper to put West Linn back up 20.
Boy, those back doors and those bounce passes down low are just killing the Bulldogs right now. West Linn running that to perfection.
Coming up on 1 minute and a half. Dangerous pass. Nate Sherwood got it in his hands, gets mugged as he goes up, and he will shoot 2 with 59.5 to go in the half.
Ryan, all that West Linn's doing is they're getting that dribble penetration into the paint, and when somebody sucks up against them, somebody is streaking baseline. It's classic basketball. It's just that little back door, but they're so good at it, and they're streaking hard on the baseline and not going soft at all to the rim, and it's turned into a lot of points here for this West Linn team.
Nate Sherwood converting on the free throw. Colin Davis picked up the foul for West Linn. Nate Sherwood, the biggest bright spot here in the first half for West, as he misses on the second free throw, and the rebound tipped into the hands of Davis. 45-26, West Linn with the ball, 53 seconds to go in the half. Howard gets it back out to Pritchard, who has hit 4 threes here in the first half. 4 of West Linn's many. I've lost track as Howard on the left elbow, crossing at the free throw line, kicks it back out for Cleland. He's open for 3. That one's off the front rim. Rebound to Colin Davis. Out to Pritchard. Another open 3. This one misses. Rebound Sawyer Reed. Then he's tied up and will get a jump ball. Possession arrow to West Albany with 31.5 to go in the half.
Sawyer's such a smart rebounder. He probably gets more rebounds for a point guard, regardless of size. He gets more rebounds for a point guard probably than anybody we get to see. Such a smart rebound.
What was the game last year? There was some challenge you had, I think, extended to Sawyer about rebounds.
Well, I think he had 9 in one game. I think the challenge was that he gets to double digits.
Maybe that's what it was. I remember being very proud of his rebounding prowess. As Jalen Schlegel going inside gets held and fouled. And it's going to be free throws here for West Albany, shooting 2 on what will be team foul number 10. Foul on Colin Davis. And that is his second. West Albany will have an opportunity here. Not much time left in the half, but an opportunity to add or to cut into this deficit from the foul line.
Boy, this has really been something. It's been quite a show. It's been a clinic in this second quarter by West Linn, playing really solid basketball.
Schlegel's free throw rims out. No good on the first. 1 more to come with 21.5 in the half. 45-26 West Linn. Jalen ready. His second on its way. And too strong. No good. Rebound to Howard. Way up in the air to pull that one down for West Linn. Off to Pritchard, who will slow the dribble. Off the floor, a little man-to-man full court from Sawyer Reed as Pritchard gets it across the timeline with 10 seconds. Pritchard crossing left for Mathis. Lost control, got it back on the perimeter. Out to Pritchard with 4, with 3. Pulls for 3. Around and off, no good. Davis a putback, no at the buzzer. And we'll head to the locker room. A merciful trip to the locker room for West Albany as West Linn dominates the second quarter and goes to the locker room with a 19-point lead. At halftime, it's West Linn 45, West Albany 26. We'll take a break and return to 920 KSHO.
Lassen RV in Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV, no job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
Join the fun at the Albany Athletic Club. Group fitness classes from low-impact dance to traditional circuit training, plus racquetball and more. Watch your waistline shrink and your health improve every day. Start now at the Albany Athletic Club on Hickory next to Tom's Garden Center.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Pick up a Burgerville card now and earn rewards cash for every dollar spent. See store for details. Stop by Burgerville after the game. Order a famous Tillamook cheeseburger. Open 7 a.m. to midnight Fridays.
Unforgettable 920.
Back here at West Albany High School, it's halftime with West Linn leading West Albany 45-26. A second quarter that is among, I think, the crispest we've ever seen an opponent play. 27 points in the second quarter for West Linn, many of those coming from outside. We'll see if Jeff Kiter's app here produces the number of threes that West Linn hit in the first half, but they were plentiful.
Yeah, they really were, and they did what you hope that you're able to do. They hit from outside, and what that does, it draws you out defensively, and then they're able to do the dribble penetration and got some easy inside shots off those backdoor cuts. It was an impressive display, and West Albany just didn't have an answer. West Albany go down to the other end. They burped up a couple of shots, and then West Linn come down and get something in transition. It's just that second quarter, you want to just wipe it from your memory, but you have to learn from it because West Lynn's going to come out. They're going to try and do the exact same thing there in the third quarter. West Albany needs to go back to what they do best, and that's feeding the bigs. Just keep pounding it to the middle. They had West Linn in some foul trouble. If they can just keep pounding it to the middle, they can get some points at the line with the clock stopped. It's just West Albany needs to go on an early run like they started out this game. Needs to do that to start this third quarter, or it's going to be a long night.
It really is kind of shocking to see the way this game turned around after West Albany got out to the 9-2 start. It took them 2 minutes to build a 7-point lead. They got a couple of easy buckets inside. They got a three from Chad Sherwood, a layup from Nate Sherwood, and very quickly there was a timeout taken by West Linn. And it appeared as though early West Albany might run away with it here tonight, but West Linn responded in a hurry, led by a point at the end of 18-17. And then in the second quarter, the ball movement, the shots, a lot of easy opportunities, and when they missed, they were getting offensive rebounds. Just about everything that could go wrong in that second quarter did for West Albany.
Yeah, they were the aggressors at both ends of the floor. And after that timeout, I think their coach lit into them a little bit and said, hey, look, this is a team. They've come to play. But the other thing that West Linn has done, that West Albany had a couple of entry passes to Jalen Schlegel early. After that, West Linn made it very difficult for the Bulldogs to get the ball in the paint, which means you've got to reverse guys. What I mean by that is you've got to have Jalen and Josh and Nate, got to have them screening off of each other to get somebody loose underneath. You're not going to be able to just post up and expect to get those clean entry passes anymore. They're wise to it. So you've got to screen guys off of each other, get yourselves open, and that will allow more passing into the Bulldog.
Still a lot of time left to play here tonight. We're at halftime with West Linn leading 45-26, but West Albany going to have to get something going in a big way in the second half if they want to turn things around. I don't often, Wally, do any kind of a solicitation on the broadcast, and I don't want this to be interpreted as such, but somewhat overshadowed by what took place last Friday, that horrific tragedy in Connecticut, was the mall shooting that took place here in Oregon last Tuesday, and one of the lives lost in that shooting was a member of the West Linn community, and a prominent member of that community, a youth sports coach and a parent of a student who will head to West Linn High School in the fall. There is a fund. Steve Forsyth was the gentleman's name, 45-year-old, who was killed in that shooting. His son is an 8th grader. His son, Alex, attending middle school there in West Linn. His stepdaughter, Katie Hughes, graduated from West Linn last year. There is a Forsyth Family Assistance Fund that is being organized by the West Linn Youth Basketball Association. It's through Pacific West Bank. So that's a competitor of U.S., but in this case, that's perfectly fine. Pacific West Bank in West Linn. I'm going to give you a quick phone number here. It's 503-905-2222. And I'm sure if you give them a call, that they would be able to arrange something over the phone where you could mail in some sort of a contribution or find a way. Again, it's Pacific West Bank in West Linn, 503-905-2222. I just find it important to bring that up here. Steve Forsyth will certainly be missed by the West Linn community. Gave a lot to youth sports up there, and had gone far too soon in that shooting last Tuesday. We'll take a break and return in a moment to 920 KSHO.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market across from the Heritage Mall has Senior Day, the first Tuesday of every month. $2 off every purchase of $15 or more. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. 100% satisfaction guaranteed across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto's ASE certified technician can help your vehicle maintain its reliability beyond 200,000 miles. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors. 4 generations in the auto business and here to stay. Mark Thomas Motors is big on supporting local events. 3 locations in Albany, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Hyundai, GMC, Buick, Pontiac. Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors in Albany.
920 KSHO.
Welcome back here to West Albany High School. At halftime, it's West Linn 45 and West Albany 26. Very pleased to welcome in the third member of our team tonight, Jeff Kiter. Jeff, how's it going so far? You've got a new app that you're running tonight on the iPad with the stats. Is it working for you?
It's working, although it'd be nice to have maybe one extra hand, and maybe another extra eyeball or two. But hey, we're learning as we go.
Well, it's been a rough first half. A very good start for West Albany, a tremendous second quarter from West Linn, and I think the first thing we have to talk about is the outside shooting for West Linn.
Yeah, they didn't seem to miss. They missed a few, but according to my statistics, they were 7 of 16 from behind the arc. Specifically, Peyton Pritchard was 4 of 6 from behind the arc, and he scored all of his 12 points from 3. Also scoring in double figures for West Linn was Anthony Mathis. He had 16, and Ryan Schiermeyer had 9, and Jared Howard had 3, and Hayden Coppage had 5 points. I can't be for sure on the field goal percentage, but I had West Linn shooting at about 61% from the field. On the other hand, West Albany, I had them shooting at 47%. They were led in double figures by Nate Sherwood. Nate had 11 points, also had 8 rebounds. Chad Sherwood had 5 points. Jalen Schlegel had 8, and Keaton Boder had 2. And that's all the Bulldogs that got into the scoring column. The good news, the Bulldogs aren't in foul trouble. I don't think maybe one Bulldog, Cameron Dixon, I believe, has 2 fouls. Yes, he has 2 fouls. Other than that, not in foul trouble. So hopefully we can see the Bulldogs get a little more aggressive here in the second quarter and get out on those 3-point shooters.
We'll hope for that. Yes, West Linn has to cool down, you would think.
Yes.
Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
First half stats there. So West Linn, I think, missed at least their final 3, and it might have been their final 4 from outside. They finished 7 of 16 in the first half, but I'm pretty sure at one point they were 7 of 11 or 7 of 12. So they did cool a little bit at the end of the half, and hopefully they'll cool completely in the third quarter.
And halftime. Ryan, I'm sorry, I wasn't able to hear. So did he give a shooting percentage for West Linn in that first half?
It was 61.
61%.
Yeah, 61% shooting.
Man, you know, if you're getting everything inside, you would expect that to be 61. The number of times they've taken outside shots in this game, that's an amazing percentage.
Well, and then you take into account some of the offensive rebounding for West Linn in the first half, where they did get putbacks from point-blank range, a handful of layups, the back cuts leading to layups. You know, you wonder what West Albany can devise in the locker room at halftime to try and slow that down. It's not that the Bulldogs are doing anything terrible on defense. You just got to tip your hat to West Linn for a tremendous performance.
Yep, no question about it. They were the better team in the first half. We'll hope that the Bulldogs turn that around. And while I have an opportunity, your beloved Jets are losing by 4 at the end of the third, 14-10.
Only 4? Well, that's good. Yeah, it worried me a little bit that the Jets were going to be on Monday Night Football. I sent many of my friends an apology for making them sit through a Jets game on Monday.
But there is good news. It appears that I'm going to win my fantasy football matchup and move on to the championship next week.
All right. Well, good for you. I'm in the consolation championship next week, so we both have a lot to play for.
Yes, we do.
West Linn with the opening possession of the second half. Ty Cleland will run the point, working down at the rim down to our left as Cleland works up top, guarded by Chad Sherwood. Chad, real aggressive defense. Wally puts up 5 fingers next to me, I think echoing the sentiment of a lot of Bulldog fans that maybe Cleveland held on to it for too long. But West Linn does keep possession with Howard getting away. No, not getting away with the push. With the off arm, he cleared some space on Chad Sherwood. Offensive foul on Jared Howard.
Chad took one right on the chin there, too. Feeling that a little bit. Looks like he's going to be okay. Rubbing the jaw. Go the other way. Quick turnover on the foul. Bulldogs bring it the other way.
First foul on Jared Howard. First foul for West Linn here in the third quarter. Sawyer Reed comes around to Josh Bryant. Screen gets it into the corner for Jalen Schlegel. Jalen tried to get it to the cutting Josh Bryant, who had it knocked away and stolen from the seat of his pants. Howard saves it up to Cleveland. Into the corner, Mathis. A 3 on the way. Too strong. Rebound tipped by Schlegel into the hands of Cleveland. He'll fire up a jumper and hit it from just inside the foul line. Long outlet stolen. Dangerous pass the length of the floor, and now pass inside is kicked. I don't know where there's no whistle there. Eric Biacola, the head coach for West Linn, palms extended, wondering where the kick is. If it's not intentional, many times they won't blow the whistle. But that there did seem to be a little bit of a kicking motion. Anyway, West Linn keeps possession. And Cleveland will bring it front court. Spinning away from Sawyer Reed momentarily. Left. Now gets it to Coppage. Coppage with a jump stop. Out to Cleveland. Cleveland works at the top of the key. Doubled out there by Reed and Sherwood. Gets to Coppage. Into the corner for Howard. Faking the 3. Driving the baseline. Kicking to the far corner. Who is blocked? Schiermeyer on the 3. Blocked by Chad Sherwood. Then Schiermeyer fires it off of Nate Sherwood and out of bounds to keep possession for West Linn.
Yeah, Coach Zim looking for a little help. That one off Nate, but then off of the West Linn player, I think. Coach Zim could see it from his angle. I wasn't quite sure, so I wasn't going to say anything, but I think that's exactly what happened.
Now Cleveland now throws it right to Chad Sherwood. Chad one-on-one to the goal with Coppage. He'll go up. No, but a foul. And Chad Sherwood off the steal will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. With 6:44 to go in the third, 47-26 West Linn. This is their biggest advantage at 21. Foul on Hayden Coppage, his 4th. And team foul number 2 on West Linn. So Coppage, whose minutes have really been limited tonight with the fouls, will head for the bench. But what does West Linn lose? Nothing. They bring in Peyton Pritchard, he of the 4 first-half threes. As Chad Sherwood puts in his first free throw. And waiting for one more. Say again, still a lot of game to be played, but West Albany, big-time uphill climb. As Chad hits 2 free throws, 47-28. West Linn with the lead, 6:42 to go in the third quarter. Pritchard, guarded by Chad Sherwood, who went for that swipe. Pritchard got around him, goes to the left for Howard, faking the 3, getting inside, an open look, missed it too strong. A rebound to Nate Sherwood. Quickly front court, it goes to Chad Sherwood, along the baseline, into traffic, off the window. No, Josh Bryant, though, with a follow from the weak side. Playing it off the window, 47-30, West Linn. Pritchard up ahead to Cleveland. Lions picking up the pace and into the hands of Jalen Schlegel. Jalen going all the way to the rim. Hacked, goes for the reverse, and puts it in with a foul. A nifty move from Jalen. The reverse as he's mugged by Josh Bryant in celebration. Jalen stone-faced as always to the line for a free throw.
Oh, man. West Linn player is down. He went in hard to the wall there. I was watching across the way at Kevin Schlegel to see his reaction. Of course, he had no reaction. Same reaction as Jalen, nothing. But Bryce Wells sitting next to him, just absolutely cracking up after that sick move by Jalen Schlegel.
An incredible reverse by Jalen Schlegel. I could not see the West Linn player, obscured by the West Albany bench, as their players were all up celebrating. As Jared Howard is a player who went into the wall. He is seated. He's upright, but will be helped quickly to his feet here. I don't know what he hit, but good to see him get up and head gingerly back to his bench. His head coach over there to take a look at him. Howard, just a little bit of a limp in his step. Now becoming more pronounced as he gets towards the huddle. He's looking at his knee or what it might be, but a couple players moving very quickly, and there's not a ton of room behind the rim and the wall.
Referee coming over and telling the West Linn coach, hey, you got a sub for him. Look like maybe they're going to leave him on the floor, but they do bring in the substitute.
And it's Colin Davis.
Catch his breath.
Colin Davis will check in. And Jalen Schlegel to the line to try and complete a three-point play after the spectacular reverse. Jalen's free throw on its way, and good. The Bulldogs a 7-0 run to get within 14 here. 6:10 to go in the third. Peyton Pritchard bumped by Chad Sherwood. Aggressive defense by Chad. Pritchard gets it across the timeline. Sherwood will not go away. Pritchard gets rid of it to Cleveland. Into the corner for Davis. One dribble, now cross-court for Schiermeyer. Faking the three, coming back cross-court for Cleveland. He will offer a three. That's way short, an air ball. Mathis tries to save. Cleveland now saves. Up top to Jalen Schlegel, and Jalen this time will slow it down in front court. Hand it off to Sawyer Reed, and Reed will set the offense. Directing traffic with the left hand. Now putting it on the floor, around to Bryant Sprain, off to the right for Nate Sherwood. Nate to Jalen at the foul line. Jalen inside for Bryant, had his man pinned, goes up, got stripped. Stolen by Colin Davis. Colin with a clean strip. Gets it to Peyton Pritchard, and Pritchard will now feign acceleration into front court, pull it back, now gets it on the ground, and gets it out to Cleveland. Cleveland back to Pritchard, Bryant creeping out on him. Now Chad Sherwood with the switch, back off to Cleveland. Cleveland, one-hand, left-hand pass to Schiermeyer. Quickly into Mathis, who was all alone underneath, and he lays it in.
No chance. He snuck in behind Jalen Schlegel. No chance for Jalen to get up and try and block that shot. Nice play.
Kind of lulling the Bulldogs to sleep with the perimeter passing. Mathis was all alone inside as Sherwood drives and gets fouled on the way up. Aggressive drive from Chad Sherwood will net him 2 free throws. Anthony Mathis will be called for the foul.
And I like that move. West Linn really coming out hard defensively that time. Chad recognized that, tried to take it strong to the rim. Clock stop. Bulldogs have cut this to 16, a chance to make this a 14-point game.
A second foul on Mathis. Team foul number 4 on West Linn. And Chad Sherwood's first free throw is good. 49-34. 4:57 to play here in the third quarter. West Linn again picking up fouls in a hurry. 4 team fouls for the Lions. None thus far for the Bulldogs here in the second half. Chad Sherwood good on both. Back to 14. 49-35. 4:55 to go in the third. Now Schiermeyer leaking out. Blew the layup. And Jalen Schlegel gets a rebound. A gift for West Albany. Sawyer Reed up ahead. Chad Sherwood for a three. Good! And it's down to 11. And a timeout will be taken here by West Linn. The Bulldogs making a run. They're within 11. 4:44 to go in the third. We'll break and return to KSHO.
Just like the Bulldogs, Courtesy Corner Shell gives you everything they have every time you drive in. Fast and friendly service, windows always clean. Non-ethanol fuels for small engines, boats, and vintage cars available. You can't beat Courtesy Corner Shell near Queen on Pacific Boulevard. They'll be happy to see you.
Linn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
Good family fun. Bowling.
Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights.
Stop by Linn Lanes in Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank is proud to support local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, Vice President with Willamette Community Bank. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders, serving you with branches in Albany and Lebanon.
Willamette Community Bank, service like no other, we promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Taking a detour down a gravel road isn't fun for you or your tires. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, all of our car or pickup tires come with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
America's best music and the news you need. This is 920 KSHO, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Oops.
Jared Howard is fouled. A hand check. Jalen Schlegel got him across the wrist. Good to see Howard back in the game after he took a good spill a couple moments ago.
I'm having a really good time watching Chad Sherwood and Pritchard, the freshman, and the little gamesmanship between Chad and the freshman, trying to pull a little rank on him.
Cleveland into Schiermeyer, and Schiermeyer gets a layup. Nice play off the inbound. Schiermeyer clearing underneath for an easy 2. 51-38 West Linn. Chad Sherwood into Jalen Schlegel, spinning on the blocks, working on Schiermeyer. Picked away by Jared Howard on a turnover. Howard racing inside, underhands it to Cleveland. He left-hands it up and in. And West Linn, just like in the first quarter, responding to the West Albany run with a quick burst of their own. 53-38. Josh Bryant to Nate Sherwood to Jalen Schlegel, inside in the blocks, working on Schiermeyer. Drops it in for Bryant. Bryant lost the handle, goes to the floor to save it. Back to Schlegel. He'll offer a jumper and hit it. From right of the lane, Josh Bryant lost the handle but made a good save out to Jalen Schlegel, who hits the jumper. 53-40. Pritchard into the corner. Cleland. Quick two. Good from Cleland.
West Albany taking some chances defensively out on the perimeter right now. West Linn making them pay.
55-40. Chad Sherwood on the drive, blocked and fouled. They're going to get Mathis for this one. Team foul number 5 on West Linn as Isaiah Edwards is going to check in for the first time here for West. Mathis picked up the foul, his third. He'll check out and Colin Davis in for him.
Josh Bryant just getting a little bit of a breather. They need Josh Bryant on the floor as much as they can. Defensively, certainly.
Yeah.
He's really clogging up the middle nicely.
Isaiah Edwards appearing for the first time here tonight. As Sawyer Reed will inbound for West Albany, quickly into Jalen Schlegel in the corner. Sizing up Schiermeyer. Thought about the three. Comes back out to Reed.
Didn't he?
Thought long and hard about it before getting rid of it to the point guard, Reed. Now to Chad Sherwood, right back to Sawyer. Off the double, whipped inside for Nate Sherwood. Tough catch, layup, no, would not stay down. Rebound West Linn. Colin Davis pulls it away, off to Peyton Pritchard. And the Lions with a 15-point lead and the ball in front court. Pritchard split in a double to Howard into the corner. Cleveland wide open three, bingo. Good ball movement and an open three from Cleveland. 58-40. West Linn's pushed it back to 18. Off to the left, Nate Sherwood. He'll pull for three. No good, strong. Rebound, Chad Sherwood. He goes up, gets hammered. No whistle, but a follow good from Jalen Schlegel. 58-42. Pritchard quickly the other way to Cleveland. Another quick three. This one is around and in. A friendly roll for Cleveland. Wow. Going to be that kind of night. West Linn. They've been hot and now a little fortunate. 61-42. Chad Sherwood on the drive. Fouled hard. And he will shoot two. Went to the ground. Quickly bounces right back up. Pretty impressive how West Linn has responded to the West Albany runs tonight. After the latest had gotten the Bulldogs within 11, West Linn comes right back with a quick 12-4 spurt to push it back to 19.
Well, you know, Ryan, West Albany likes to get up the floor in a hurry. So does West Linn. And they're catching West off guard a little bit here. As quickly as they inbound the ball after a make, they're headed down to the other end, and they do not care. They don't care if it's underneath the rim or a three. They'll take the first available opportunity.
Kevin Edwards is in for the first time for West Linn. He replaces Colin Davis. Cody LaHoda has returned for West Albany, replacing Isaiah Edwards. So Chad Sherwood at the line, hit his first free throw. Second one on its way and good. 61-44. Bulldogs down 17 with 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Pritchard around Sawyer Reed. On a jump stop in traffic out to Edwards. Now to Howard. Howard driving in, trying to get under Jalen Schlegel. Goes up off the window and scores. Good footwork from Jared Howard. 63-44. So Reed will fire a three. That rattles out. Rebound spiked out long and pulled down by Chad Sherwood. Chad crossing over inside the lane. Puts up a tough shot. Wanted a foul that never came, and they're going to get a foul on West Albany. Getting Jalen Schlegel on the rebound. Team foul number 2 on West Albany and personal foul number 2 on Schlegel. As it's gone back to 19 with 2:09 to go in the third.
Things getting a little nutty there, back and forth here between these two teams, a little chippy.
Well, there's got to be some frustration from West Albany. When you see a team shoot as well as West Linn has, get some of the bounces that they have, it's bound to lead to some frustration as Schiermeyer, another nifty drive. The floater is good, 65-44. And a pass to front court right through the fingertips of Nate Sherwood and out of bounds. A Bulldog turnover. And now it is starting to get back out of hand here late in the third quarter. 65-44, West Linn, minute 42 to play in the third. Peyton Pritchard, guarded by Reed. Reed right up into the chest of Pritchard. Pritchard gets around him, goes all the way in, and lays it in. Boy, if that kid gets better through his 4 years, he's going to be a terror. Peyton Pritchard with 14. He's a freshman. 67-44. This is the biggest lead for the Lions as Chad Sherwood drives in, drops it down to his brother Nate, who lays it in. Good little two-man game from the brothers Sherwood, 67-46. Peyton Pritchard again runs the point, gets past Reed, accelerates, one-hand pass knocked away by Nate out of bounds. It'll stay with West Linn, and Josh Bryant will return, replacing Jalen Schlegel.
Yeah, this is a smart move. Then you can bring Jalen back. You give him this with 1:06 to go here in the third. You let him get this break plus the timeout for the quarter. Bring it back strong for the fourth quarter.
Cameron Dixon also checks in for West Albany. Sawyer Reed checks out. Anthony Mathis has returned for West Linn.
That moves Chad to the 1.
Pritchard quickly into Schiermeyer. Schiermeyer, one-hand pass to Pritchard just inside the arc in the right corner to Edwards. Now to Schiermeyer. Head and shoulder fake on Bryant. Drops it down in for Mathis. Knocked away and stolen by Nate Sherwood. Under a minute in the third quarter. Bulldogs down 21. Chad Sherwood. Nobody meets him. Trying to drop it inside for Bryant. And they'll say deflected and out of bounds. Now Wes Linn, their head coach, wondering who touched it.
Yeah, they're going to chat about it here.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody touched it. I thought that would be Wes Linn ball. They will keep it with the Bulldogs as Chad Sherwood will inbound. Gets it in quickly for Nate. Off the window and in. Chad Sherwood directing all the traffic to the left. And then a no-look into his brother for the layup. 67-48. Pritchard losing it, going to the ground. It is still loose. Nate Sherwood saves it, but right back to Edwards, who goes to Schiermeyer, who puts it in with a foul. Unreal. Nate Sherwood tried to save it backwards, which is always dangerous, to throw it back under the opponent's basket. And it winds up with a layup and a chance for three.
Oh, man. Just a really unfortunate set of circumstances there. A great hustle play by Nate Sherwood. Falls into the hands for the easy shot. Now the chance for three by Wes Linn to open up their biggest lead of this game.
Alejandro Venecia in for Wes Linn. Colin Davis also returning. As Ryan Schiermeyer, chance for a three-point play here to make it 22 with 35 seconds to go in the third, and he does. 70-48, Wes Linn. Chad Sherwood will take the inbound and come to front court. Bulldogs will be back in action on Wednesday up at Liberty High School. And will be looking for a rebound as Josh Bryant kicks it to Jesse Berkey. He'll fire a three and hit it. Jesse Berkey right off the bench and hitting down a three. It's Nate Sherwood.
One of the toughest things you can do in basketball is come cold off the bench, having not gotten very many varsity minutes on this year, and nailed down a three. Jesse Berkey, such a pure shooter.
Nate Sherwood knocked the pass away out of bounds. Now Wes Linn plays it in again. Pritchard in front court, working on Cameron Dixon. Kicking it out to Edwards, right back to Pritchard, who's going to have to fire. 3 seconds. Underneath to Schiermeyer, rejected by Chad Sherwood, and Josh Bryant will hold it as the horn sounds. Well, another block from West Albany. They've had several here tonight. Even Ryan Schiermeyer gives Chad a little pat on the chest and says, nice block. End of three. West Linn 70, West Albany 51. We'll take a break and return for the fourth at KSHO.
The mission of Now Builders is treat every job like it's their only job, no matter how big or small, and they don't stop until their customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Check out their portfolio of fine work at nowbuilders.com. Call Now Builders at 541-926-2858.
Figaro's in Albany now has the ultimate super combo and the ultimate super meat, only $16.99 or $17.99 baked. Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. And ask about their gluten-free crust, 541-924-9303.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Linn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
920 KSHO.
Well, after a West Albany run that had brought them back to within 11, we go back to where we were at the half. 19-point lead for West Linn, 70-51. Bulldogs start the fourth quarter with the ball. Sawyer Reed vigorously directing traffic. Gets it to Berkey in the corner. Now down low for Jalen Schlegel. Faking on Schiermeyer. Turn around good as Jalen hit the floor. Looking for a foul. Put in the jumper. Might have tweaked his ankle just a little bit as he races back down the floor. 70-53 West Linn. And Peyton Pritchard spinning up top. Going to the corner for Schiermeyer. Thought about the three. Quickly drives in. Floats it up. Way too strong. Rebound Nate Sherwood. West Albany tried to make a push here to start the fourth. Sawyer Reed to Chad Sherwood. In transition. A three. Rattles out. Rebound, batted out of bounds. Last touch by West Albany as Jalen Schlegel again begging for a foul. Jalen hitting the floor, battling with Ryan Schiermeyer for the board, and ball just last touch by Schlegel, no foul.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of contact there, although Jalen did end up on the floor. I'm not so sure. I think that was probably right. No call.
A trap in back court. West Linn gets out of it with Pritchard up ahead. 3-on-2. Into the corner it goes. Hayden Coppage for three. Good. Another one from outside. Coppage with the 4 fouls right off the bench, hitting a three. It's gone back to 20 in the opening minute of the fourth quarter. Chad Sherwood Up the middle. Now tried to go inside to Schlegel. Had it batted away and stolen by Jared Howard. Up to Pritchard. Pritchard jumps stop at the foul line. Harassed, lost the ball. Berkey with it. Jesse Berkey had it knocked away, got it right back. In the middle. Berkey all the way in. Up and under layup, no good. Rebound, West Linn. Coppage off to Pritchard. Pritchard back to Coppage. Thought about the three. Drops it in for Schiermeyer, who goes up over Sherwood. Scores, and a foul. Well, Chad Sherwood's contact prevented that from being a tomahawk dunk, because Schiermeyer can get up in a hurry.
Yeah, he sure can.
But he will have a chance for three.
Saw him after a foul was called during the first half, go up on a follow-up and throw one down. And you know he's got the hops to do it.
Chad Sherwood with the foul, his second. Schiermeyer with a chance for a three-point play. Well, this is a 6A team that won 22 games a year ago. They came in at 3-2, but their two losses had come against teams that were a combined 10-1. So you knew they were formidable, but this has been a very impressive performance.
Yeah, it sure has. And you bring in a freshman here that's gotten so much playing time in this game, in Pritchard.
Chad Sherwood,
what a team.
Yeah, Chad Sherwood forced into a tough shot that misses. The rebound caroms out of bounds. West Linn will get it back. 6:23 left. Lions leading by 22. Sawyer Reed continuing the pressure in backcourt on Pritchard. And Pritchard shaking Reed just a little bit, able to get to front court. Crossing over with the dribble, gets it out to Coppage. Coppage up top, knocked away by Jalen Schlegel. Jalen trying to come the other way, and he'll be cut off, looking for the dunk. Pulls it back to the perimeter and gives it to Sawyer Reed. Reed to Chad Sherwood, lobbing it in for Nate on the blocks. Nate backing his way down, goes up off the window and scores. Getting around Coppage.
Very patient by Nate there, too, to make sure he had great position, got his feet under him, went up strong.
Good night from Nate Sherwood. His season high is 16, and he's got to be close to it. 20-point Lions lead, 5:22 to go. Pritchard, fadeaway jumper, bingo. Wow. That's a nice move from a freshman. Backing down Reed and going to the fadeaway, which he converts. 77-55. Jalen Schlegel, left wing in front court. Driving in on Schiermeyer, spinning around, hammered, hacked, and fouled. 2 free throws coming for Jalen. Jared Howard got him hard across the wrist.
Jalen just trying to make something happen. Did a good job backing it, taking him off the dribble, backing him down, and then the nice spin move to the middle was going to go up with the right hook. The foul, and chance for 2 from the line.
Fouls on Jared Howard, his second. Team foul number 7. Jalen in the act of shooting. Prepares for 2. First one up and short, off to the left. No good. Ty Cleland returns. Peyton Pritchard checks out. Should get a very nice ovation from the West Linn crowd, and does. He'll take a seat down to the far side of the bench. Probably have to go in the locker room after the game and carry all the kids' bags out. He's a freshman. I mean, he's going to have to be
pay his dues.
Yeah, exactly. But he's had a terrific night. Schlegel hits the second. 1 of 2 on that trip to the line. 77-56 West Linn. 5:25 to play. Cleland beating the press on his own. Jumper inside the foul line. Good from Cleland. 79-56 West Linn. Sawyer Reed picks up the dribble up top. Throws into traffic. The pass tipped away. Bryant got it back. Gets it off to Chad Sherwood. Bryant ready to set a pick. Sherwood uses it and gets bumped up top by Howard. Free throws coming for Chad Sherwood, as West Linn cannot believe the call.
Chad really, he had lowered the head, kind of lowered the shoulder there. That really could have gone either way. I think with the 23-point lead for West Linn, maybe West gets a break on that one.
Yeah, they get a break, and a lot of protesting from the West Linn side for a team with a 23-point lead.
From both of them?
Chad's free throw short, no good, and a little justice maybe for West Linn as Brian Schiermeyer throwing the deep outlet that will go essentially out the back of the end zone here at West Albany, way out of bounds. West Albany will get it on the turnover. Well, maybe a little extended garbage time here. Under 5 to go in the game, 79-56, West Linn the lead. Pass inside for Nate, poked away and stolen by West Linn. Mathis tiptoeing up the near sideline. Goes between the legs with the dribble, losing the handle, trying to get it back. Now held, and going to call a foul. Chad Sherwood will be called for a hold. Non-shooter, team foul number 5 on West Albany, and I believe number 3 on Chad. It is. Foul number 3 on player number 3. Jared Howard. Preparing to inbound, guarded by Josh Bryant. Goes into backcourt for Ty Cleland. Cleland Pushes the dribble up the right side. Goes to the corner for Schiermeyer. Tacking to the blocks and throwing it away, out of bounds. I don't know if he was looking for a player to be there or thought it was deflected. Frustrated either way. A turnover for West Linn.
2 straight turnovers by Schiermeyer. One on the full floor pass, and then that time passing to no one in particular.
Bulldogs going to go to their bench here. We'll see several fresh faces.
Boy, they had him. They had Jalen on the... they had him for the alley-oop throwdown.
You startled. That might be the first time you've ever actually startled me in a broadcast.
But Jeff could see it, too. He was stomping his feet. It was a beautiful screen. What happens is West passes it to the wing, and then Jalen goes back door while Chad sets a screen on his man. He was wide open for the alley-oop dunk.
Well, out of it, Chad Sherwood's going to get a couple of free throws, and we're going to have wholesale substitutions. Both teams putting 5 new faces in. The only one who remains on the floor is the free throw shooter, Chad Sherwood. Brady Young is in, along with Keaton Bader, Cody LaHoda, and Calvin Merrifield, all on the floor for West Albany. Peyton Pritchard returns for West Linn. Joel Larson is on the floor for the first time. Kevin Edwards is back in. And Alejandro Venecia out there. Colin Davis, the 5th one. Jesse Berkey is at the scores table for West Albany. He will replace Chad Sherwood if Chad hits the second free throw, which he does. So Chad Sherwood's night will be done. And West Albany's younger players will get to play this one out. 4:19 to play in the game. The Bulldogs down 21.
Well, this West Linn team, we'll talk about this in the postgame. This West Linn team's going to win a lot of basketball games. This isn't going to hurt the Bulldogs too much in the power rankings, which is what ultimately matters in this season for postseason as Pritchard hits another 3.
Another 3. Around a pick. A play designed for him on the right wing. 82-58. Brady Young gets it inside. Spinning on Davis. Comes back to Berkey. Jesse thought about the 3 and away from the ball. We're going to get a hold and a foul on West Linn and Colin Davis. A little too aggressive inside. Brady Young to the line for a 1-and-1.
Brady with a chance to get in the book tonight.
Yeah, Brady scored 7 points in the season opening win against McKay. And has only appeared in 1 game since. That was the game against West Salem last Friday. Free throw up from Brady, and good.
One of the few players you'll ever see, and he's done it all 4 years, that doesn't take a practice dribble.
No dribbles, just ready to go. Spins the ball a couple of times, releases, misses, rebound to Keaton Bader. He goes up and lays it in. So Bader inside with a layup, 82-61 West Linn. Venecia in front court, goes to the corner for Edwards. He'll offer a 3. That's long. Rebound, Brady Young. Up to Calvin Merrifield, up the left sideline. Merrifield pulls up at the arc, looks for some help, and drops it to Coach Zimmerman on the sideline. Looking for a cutter outside, and just a little miscommunication. Turnover for the Bulldogs, and West Linn will get it back. 3.5 to play here tonight.
Coach Zim even bobbled it.
They missed that kind of night. Pritchard, another 3 left wing. Are you kidding me? What is this kid taking? Peyton Pritchard, another 3, 85-61. Calvin Merrifield had it poked away by Pritchard. Gets it now to Berkey, off to Brady Young on the blocks. Brady, tough shot, absorbs some contact, no whistle. And a rebound to West Linn. Venecia long ahead for Larson, chasing it down in the corner. You got to be looking for Pritchard, I think, on every possession here. Venecia to Pritchard. Pritchard will drive, drop it down for Davis. Davis spinning through traffic, floats it up, short, rebound Venecia. Lost the handle, kept his hand on top of the ball. Whips it underneath for Larson, a no-look and a layup. A little showtime for the bench players from West Linn as Larson gets a layup and the lead balloons to 26 with 2:42 to play. Berkey inside for Young. Brady trying to size up Davis. Goes up, gets blocked by Davis. And the ball comes down to West Linn again.
Trying to make a little high-low pass to Keaton Bader there and just got stuffed on it.
Venecia underneath. Layup is blown by Edwards on another easy try inside. West Albany clears it. LaHoda driving it out to Merrifield. He'll fire a 3. No good. Rattles out. Bader had it, lost it. Larson pulls it down for West Linn. Off to Pritchard. Still keeping the foot on the gas, and a timeout will be taken here by West Linn. 30-second timeout just to get the sub in. As we will keep it here with 2:11 to play. 87-61 West Linn. West Albany will fall to 4-2 on the year and resume play on Wednesday up at Liberty. Still waiting for confirmation on game time.
Yes, we see Rich Engel over there on that far side. We'll see if we can get word while we're still doing this broadcast here so that our listeners know. I'll tell you, Ryan, I'm an Oregon Live basketball poll voter this year, and West Linn in the 6A ranks is going to get some love from me. I tell you, I like how they play the game, and they have really shown me something tonight. Their record, they're just going to win a lot of basketball games, and I certainly will have them in my top probably 6 or 7 in that 6A for the first poll of the season.
87-61. As Cody Coppage has come on, replacing Peyton Pritchard. So Pritchard's three-point display, presumably for the night, is done. West Linn runs another perimeter play. This time Venecia got it. His pass inside tipped away and stolen as Ben Engel is on the floor for West Albany. Pass got tipped to Jesse Berkey. Berkey straight up the middle, pulls up just behind the foul line, gives it to Ben Engel. Engel looking inside for Isaiah Edwards and passed a little too far for Edwards, out of bounds. A turnover.
Yeah, it's tough when you've got your weight going one way and you're posting up, and if that pass isn't on the mark, there's no way you can scramble for it.
So Venecia into front court. Gives it off to Cody Coppage, working the perimeter. Engel all over him. Gives it off to Davis. Out in the wing, Davis. Foul line extended, comes left for Larson, into the corner for Coppage. Coppage back to Venecia, now up top for Edwards. He'll fire a three that's short. Rebound, Ben Engel inside. Ben racing up the floor. Into the corner for Berkey. He'll offer a three. That's long. And a rebound to Larson for West Linn. 1:15 to go on this Monday night as West Linn has dominated from the midway point of the first quarter on here tonight. Edwards down low for Davis on the blocks, backing in, spinning on Lahota, and they're going to call a foul on the ground.
Yeah, I think they'll get Jesse Berkey coming from behind, just kind of swatting at it there. Only the 6th team foul on the Bulldogs. Ball will be out of bounds.
With 1:05 left, and Matt Wright will come in. West Linn really emptying their bench here as Colin Davis will check out. I believe every player but one on the roster for West Linn has played here tonight. As Wright comes into Edwards, quick two on the way from Edwards, no good. A rebound to Wright. Wright puts it in with a foul. So, freshly inserted, Matt Wright with a layup and a chance for three at the 1 minute mark. And West Linn an opportunity to hit 90. Got speechless?
I really am. It's probably a point where I should say something.
It's right there with you.
I've just shaken my head. This is not the West Albany team we're used to seeing this season. And West is, they've gotten their hats handed to them tonight. Just got to let this one go. Boy, it's been ugly.
Wright misses the free throw. West Linn stays stuck on 89 as Lahota gives to Berkey. Berkey 3 for 3, around and off, no good. Hit the top of the backboard and came down. West Linn clears the board. See if the Lions just pull this one out and run the perimeter, or if they go for points. Venecia attacks backdoor for Wright. Wright hits the cutting Coppage. He waits for traffic to clear. Gets blocked by Brady Young. And Brady pulls it down himself. Up to front court for Lahota. With 25 seconds of the game, Lahota driving all the way in. Tough shot. Short. And out of bounds it goes. Last touch by West Linn. Bulldog ball with 22 seconds left.
Get a moral victory here. See if you can keep them from getting 90.
Yeah. Take what we can get at this point. It's been a long night. Very good 6A team has proven their stuff here tonight. Jesse Berkey down inside for Isaiah Edwards. Edwards clears Larson, goes up and scores. Good move inside by Edwards for the layup. 89-63, 8 seconds to play. And Matt Wright walking it up the floor right now will accelerate and back it out. That's the right thing to do there. Well done. As Wright will back it out in a very impressive win for West Linn on the road here tonight at West Albany. Final score, the Lions 89, the Bulldogs 63. We'll take a break and come back to wrap this one on KSHO.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
920 KSHO.
Well, welcome back here to West Albany High School. Final score tonight, West Linn 89 and West Albany 63. With 5:40 to go in the first quarter, it was 9-2 West Albany. They had gotten out for a couple of easy transition buckets. They had gotten Jalen Schlegel loose inside for a nifty layup. They had gotten a three from Chad Sherwood. They were up by 7 and looking pretty good. Quick timeout was taken by West Linn. At the end of the quarter, West Linn had regained the lead. They were up a point. And from then on, they really dominated tonight. Hot shooting to a steal. One stat here from Jeff Kiter, 12 of 25 on threes tonight. 48% is going to get it done in a lot of games.
Yeah, no question. West was outplayed by a better team tonight. I'm not so sure that they're that much better than the Bulldogs, but really once the cart got away from the Bulldogs, it was there was nothing that they could do. And we got what we wanted early in that third quarter. West made a run, got it down to 13. We thought, okay, here we go. If West can just keep some of that momentum. Then West Linn came down, hit a couple of quick shots, and it was back up to 20-point margin. And it was just one of those nights where West just couldn't get the job done. I think they got away from some of their bread and butter, but the biggest adjustment that West Linn made tonight, Ryan, was denying the entry pass. West got some early ones, and they turned into some early buckets for Jalen Schlegel. Once they started denying that and collapsing down on the bigs when they did get the ball inside, West wasn't able to do anything with it. They weren't able to go big to big, and they were the ball was getting swatted, and they were trying to pass through, West Linn was getting into passing lanes when West tried to kick it back out. It just West Linn, they dominated really in every aspect of this game tonight. Some good individual performances by the Bulldogs, but certainly not their best team effort on the season.
And a lot of impressive individual efforts from West Linn tonight as West Linn gets the win, 89-63 over West Albany. The Bulldogs will return to action on Wednesday. They'll travel to Hillsborough to take on Liberty High School, and a chance to build some momentum heading into the Summit Holiday Tournament and then into league play, which will be beginning already before we know it. West Albany has scheduled aggressively this season. 2 losses have come to what could really probably easily be considered the best team in 5A in Churchill, one of the better teams in 6A, West Linn. So you schedule aggressively, and sometimes you pay the price for that early. It's going to help you down the road.
It will help you down the road, and I think the only thing that's going to hold West Linn back as they progress in their 6A season is they're not all that big. I think they'll run into some teams that are just as talented and run their stuff just as well. But they're going to get a ton of wins. This West Linn team is just on their efficiency. They were offensively very, very efficient tonight. Not a lot of turnovers. I think I just glanced over and saw 11 turnovers for West Linn tonight. They didn't give the ball up, and they made the Bulldogs pay for theirs, and then they ran their stuff so well. It was just a clinic. We watched a clinic tonight, and if you appreciate good basketball, this was one to see because West Linn did it tonight. We've been used to saying that West Albany is who has been able to perform those clinics. Tonight it was West Linn, and West paid the price for it.
We've said this a few times over the years when very good teams have come in here and beaten West Albany. We're fans of good basketball, and we saw a lot of it here tonight from West Linn. An impressive performance in a lot of ways. Obviously, the hot shooting from the outside. Their ability to work the perimeter and then run that kind of Princeton back cut offense. I mean, they ran everything to perfection. At some point in the night, you just got to kind of applaud their effort.
They really did, and you can't deny them that. It's just good basketball. When they were able to get that dribble penetration, and they always knew where somebody was going to be coming baseline to get that backdoor cut pass, and they ran it to perfection. They get the shots up quickly, so they couldn't be blocked. Now West did have some block shots, but for the most part, those back cuts going baseline really did a lot of damage to the Bulldogs tonight.
Now West Linn wins the Battle of the Wests here tonight, 89-63 over the Bulldogs. Let's take a break, and we will continue along here with the postgame tonight on KSHO.
Lassen RV at Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV, no job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
Join the fun at the Albany Athletic Club. Group fitness classes from low-impact dance to traditional circuit training, plus racquetball and more. Watch your waistline shrink and your health improve every day. Start now at the Albany Athletic Club on Hickory next to Tom's Garden Center.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda Superstore.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Pick up a Burgerville card now and earn rewards cash for every dollar spent. See store for details. Stop by Burgerville after the game. Order a famous Tillamook cheeseburger. Open 7 a.m. to midnight Fridays.
Unforgettable 920.
Back here at West Albany High School, the gym clearing out quickly tonight as West Linn has come in here and beaten the Bulldogs 89-63, dropping West Albany to 4-2 on the season. Once again in action on Wednesday up at Liberty High School, and we got confirmation during that last break that the game will start at 5:45 for the boys on Wednesday. So an early start means an early return. That's a good part, as we'll head up to Hillsboro on Wednesday. I welcome in Jeff Kiter here with the stat app. It worked tonight for you. You did very well at halftime back with final game stats. Didn't turn around the way we were hoping in the second half. An impressive performance from the Lions.
No, West Linn stayed on fire from three-point range. They ended up, and again, I think that's probably the stat of the game. They were 12 of 25 from behind the arc, so just stayed on fire in the second half. They ended up shooting as a team 62.5% from the field. Again, 12 of 25, which is 48% from three-point range. They were led in double figures by 4 players. Peyton Pritchard, pretty awesome-looking freshman point guard.
Absolutely.
Handled the ball extremely well and obviously can shoot the three. He finished with 22 points. He was 6 of 8 from three-point range. Boy, you couldn't leave that guy open. He was hitting everything. Ty Cleland had 16. Anthony Mathis had 18, and Ryan Schiermeyer had 17 for West Linn. For the Bulldogs, they were led in double figures by three players. Chad Sherwood had 18 points. Nate Sherwood had 17, and Jalen Schlegel had 16. The Bulldogs shot a respectable 50% from the field. I mean, they were 18 of 36, but they attempted 13 threes, and that's about as many as West Linn made. Yeah. So they shot 25 free throws. They were 18 of 25 for 72%. So overall, shot the ball pretty well, but they just couldn't keep up with West Linn. That was an impressive-looking team, and hats off to West Linn. Let's see. Nate Sherwood also had 10 rebounds. Jalen Schlegel also had 5 rebounds. Jalen had 3 steals. And I think you had mentioned that West Linn had 11 turnovers, and West Albany had 19 turnovers for the game. Again, it might take me a little while to get used to this little stat thing on my iPad, but hopefully the numbers will flow out a little better as I keep doing it.
Couldn't even tell a difference. Thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
It's Jeff Kiter with our final game stats here tonight. West Linn with the win, 89-63. The bright spots for West Albany: Chad Sherwood right at his season average of 18. Nate Sherwood a new season high at 17. Nate got off to the quick start, had 10, I believe, in the first quarter. And then they were able to corral him a little bit from that point forward. But the Sherwood brothers, very nice performance. Jalen Schlegel continues to impress with his footwork, the moves that he has practiced inside. I don't know if they're quite the moves that we've seen from Mr. John Birchfield here off to our right in the West Albany student section, but they're pretty good in their own right.
They're every bit of that.
I want the wig back, though, John. John did not wear the Will Ferrell full Tropics get up from semi-pro tonight. Did wear the old school John Stockton shorts, but I like the wig. 89-63, that's the final. We're going to be back on Wednesday, and the Bulldogs, quick turnaround.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I think West Albany would like to get back onto the court as quickly as they can. Just kind of wipe this one away. You don't want to go into a long Christmas break or something like that after a performance like this. This is one that they're going to have to learn from. They know that they ran into a really, really good team. West Linn will continue to move up the power rankings in 6A, no question about it. This won't hurt the Bulldogs all that much as far as power rankings go. That's the Bible now in high school basketball, the power rankings and where you land with that. It all matters. Every single game you play matters now in postseason seedings and who you play in the postseason. It's all important, and that's why Rich Engel has to be commended for the preseason schedule he has put together for this West team, because a loss like this, although it counts as a loss, it's not a huge loss because West Linn will continue to win a bunch of basketball games.
And that's what you root for at this point, is for West Linn to continue on and have some great success. 22 wins a year ago for West Linn. Their fourth win of this season. They are now 4-2. West Albany with the loss falls to 4-2, but probably won't move too far from that number 4 power ranking in 5A. As the power ranking gets larger and larger as the year goes along, you start thinking about seeding in the postseason. Still a ways to go before that. After Wednesday, it's going to be an 8-day break, so the Bulldogs can come out, really leave it on the floor Wednesday night up at Liberty High School. 5:45 game time. Again, take note, early start, 5:45. It's a doubleheader, boys and girls. So we will be on the air around 5:30, 5:35 from Liberty High School in Hillsborough on Wednesday. That's going to wrap it, I think, on this Wednesday night.
Let's call it good. We'll get home. I got some voting to do. I got to have those polls in by tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. So
you got some study.
Got some work to do.
All right. Well, good luck with that. I thank you, Wally, as always.
Thank you, Ryan. It's always great. We'll look forward to Wednesday up at Liberty.
And we will see you then. Final score again here tonight. West Linn 89 and West Albany 63 until Wednesday. For Jeff and Tucker Kiter, both seated here. For Brian Holman and Wally Ordeman, I'm Ryan Pitts. Thank you for listening tonight. Doesn't go the Bulldogs' way. West Linn wins 89-63, and you heard it on KSHO.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market across the Heritage Mall has Senior Day. The first Tuesday of every month. $2 off every purchase of $15 or more. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market. 100% satisfaction guaranteed across the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto's ASE certified technician can help your vehicle maintain its reliability beyond 200,000 miles. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors. 4 generations in the auto business and here to stay. Mark Thomas Motors is big on supporting local events. 3 locations in Albany: Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Hyundai, GMC, Buick, Pontiac. Now is the time to buy a car at Mark Thomas Motors in Albany.
Unforgettable 920.
Thanks for listening to tonight's broadcast of West Albany High School basketball on the unforgettable 920 KSHO. Bulldogs basketball has been brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, City and Suburban Electric, Albany Grocery Outlet, Mark Thomas Motors, Courtesy Corner Shell, H&R Block, Willamette Community Bank, Lassen RV, Les Schwab Tires of Albany, Linn Lanes, Crabtree Automotive, Power Honda, Figaro's, Albany Athletic Club, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Now Builders, Wilson Motors, and by Lynn Benton Tractor. Listen throughout the season for more exciting Bulldogs basketball here on 920 KSHO. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, Unforgettable 920 KSHO, and Ryan Wally Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
You found us, so now tell your friends. America's best music is on the show. AM 920 KSHO.